It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
Pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Purdy setting up that play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's on the move. He tucks it. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill. Momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but Your first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
Yeah, and such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he cuts it back right. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. From the gun is Purdy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. On the move, headed right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To throw again, it's Purdy. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down throw by Purdy. He's got it at the 5. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 1st down from the red zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg for him. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Buying some time right. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
We'll get this complete to Jennings. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Working quickly here. Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. This one's caught. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Time to get the 2nd quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. Purdy throwing here. Forced out to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 2nd quarter lead. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's Raymond on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Again, it's Gibbs. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Fred Warner.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. It's a design boot. He rolls to his right. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
This is Gibbs on second down. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Lions pushing for a late spark before halftime. Goff now on third down. It's taken in by Williams. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Gibbs is in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
He's throwing for it! And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's McCaffrey working the sideline. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Chase down to his right. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball at the 33 for first down. Looking to throw, Purdy. Cut him deep behind the line. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Trying again, following the sack. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. That throw is looking for Brandon Ayuk. And things look tougher now with third and long.
I mean, you can see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball.
Falcon isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Pretty gonna go on 4th. No place to go. They get it to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
First down, ball at the 36. Here he goes on the bootleg. Bails out of the pocket quick. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. That's Diamador. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed. It really becomes advantage deep.
Along the right sideline, there's space into the red zone. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
Oh, what an effort to bring in that short throw. The penalty declined, and that ends the half. So to Orlando we go to hear from Jonathan Coachman. Coach? Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds Laporta. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. They give up the gut to Montgomery. And they crush it right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Staying on the ground with Montgomery. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Offense up to the line fast. Running on second with Montgomery. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. They'll run again with Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
It's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Off play action, Goff. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackled by Jack Campbell. go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. Now a deep shot down the middle. Yeah, that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by the veteran, Carlton Davis. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 49ers football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win.
Lions 16.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun is Purdy. They did it! He made the interception! And the Lions have some new life in the 4th. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
That's good for the Lions.
From the gun, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first to stop this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Goff working from the pistol. Gets this to Montgomery. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half. Back to throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs. Pretty throwing here on 1st. Got him, man. McCaffrey has it. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Purdy on 1st down. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. 49ers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. He'll look to throw it. Just got it away before the hit incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Setting up to pass. He's got it to his running back. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? If it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They connect for the first. It's inside the 10. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Gibbs now from the gun. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Out of the shotgun. Gone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down throw from Goff. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be second down. Throwing again, it's Goff. Has it down close. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it, but there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. So now it's going to be third and long. Here he is to throw. brought in by Ayuk. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. 4th and 3, drive on the line. Looking to throw. He connects downfield on 4th. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines. But for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is. And they used every last second available.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from just outside our nation's capital. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Let's go.
Daniels starts with a pass. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. They'll go with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jared Goff. Touchdown, Lions. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. And the defense has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turn.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up. Bates now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
All right, right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, right back to Robinson. He'll push forward for about a yard. Big lineman Aleem McNeil ends the play there. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Robinson. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he will score. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Seibert now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders are on the board. It's now 14-7. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Gibbs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Lions who have the early lead. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. 3rd and 9. On the bootleg, it's Goff. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On 2nd down, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On 3rd down, they go with Gibbs. fourth down. That brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. That one is good. And the Lions build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. A pass complete to Noah Brown. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Ready up.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready. Back ball 80. Ready.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception, and now Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
Okay, break. Let's go now.
On first down, Daniels. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Come on.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Daniels now going to look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
Okay, ready.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Set. 19, Tiger, 19.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get them 5 yards. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That's caught, and he will go all the way. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions add on to their already sizable lead.
Commanders 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. Still going inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Seibert's extra point is true, and the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. And that's going to be short, not making it to the landing zone. So this means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. A second down throw for Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action, Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open. I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
From the gun, it's Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. On 2nd down, it's Daniel. Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there. Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense, and, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll run it here with Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And it's going to be a Commander's first down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On the give, it's Robinson. Not much to work with there. He'll get down to about the 22. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds. 3rd down and 9. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone. Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philip Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. About ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from Denver. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31.
Brings up second and 9.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's a third down and 4. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams.
On the stop. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. That's taken in. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. And some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Broncos.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 30-yard line.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Second and 11. From the shotgun, here's Nix. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletion.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Nix gonna throw for it. He connects with Mims. And he will get into the end zone. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think you just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He's got his man. It's Diggs. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. First carry for Joe Mixon. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I return to Denver after this. first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. It's another run here for Williams. Williams, first down, and he's not done. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he's in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. That one is no good, not even close. He missed it wide to the left, and the score remains right where it's at. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. To throw here on first down. Open man downfield. It's Nico Collins. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans are on the board. It's now 13-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He will air this out, looking for Sutton.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. And he pulled it left. No good. So we come to halftime here in Denver, and the Broncos are out in front as we send you to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up from the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First down, they'll start with Mixon. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Second down, Nix. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Stroud going to set up to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
So 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and long. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Back to throw. Stroud. He's got Dell for that one. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Tank Dell was the one he was looking for, and it'll lead to a second down. Here's Stroud. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and that'll set up fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to have a Texans first down on what will be a big play there on fourth and long.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
They go with Mixon. Space hard to come by there. Tackle made right around the 40-yard line. Second down, 8 for the first down. They'll drop to throw. Going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's career.
And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Inside the 30. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a two-possession game here late.
Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Pierce for the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's first down. Now Stroud. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That one good for 29. All three timeouts still remain. They'd love to use them on the defensive end, but here comes first and 10. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a second down. Mixon. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. First down, it is Williams. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss of 2.
So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona.
Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Here's the Spring League star, Jake Bates, to get us started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Daniels looking to throw. That is caught. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I hope we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this... Complete.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Gone. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. In motion right, that's Williams. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. Bates' kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Fighting down past the 45. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Let's go now.
Here's Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Now Daniels. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got it with the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 4.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Jake Bates now, ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. This could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
No one around. He's got space. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Play action. Here's Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here. It will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and ducking the ball.
And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run for Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL where they come down to a play or two and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And that takes them to 3rd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Has the connection to right. Will be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
4th down, Goff throwing. Finds him on the crossing route. There he goes on the right side. There it is, touchdown Detroit. The Lions drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Lamar off to play fake. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Offense in the hurry up here. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard on the run. That's going to set up 4th and 7. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Terry on Arnold has it. There he goes, right sideline. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Jackson trying to get after the pick. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Terry on Arnold has it. And the Lions take possession of the football.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Lions. In trouble. It's turned real long here. Here he goes on the bootleg. He beams one deep right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. You've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Terrion Arnold has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick six, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. That's Carlton Davis.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First run now for Kyron Williams. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to save with his man there.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Stafford. Finding Williams once more, complete. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Again, it's Stafford. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. To throw is Stafford. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Taking it right down Broadway. He's on his way. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 76 yards. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Stafford. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 7-7, our score after one. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Stafford. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. To the air again, Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 50, it's Goff. Flush to his right. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Goff.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the interception, here's Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
The coverage by Jack Campbell.
Now Stafford. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Stafford now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
So nothing doing there. And third down and 6 to go. To throw is gone.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
107 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 15. Goff now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They'll run with Gibbs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
They gotta breathe, 'cause I speak is what they need. I tell no lies. But still up top.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.